Hey, it's H here, and today we are taking a look at technical analysis for TRIAS token with ticker TRIAS. First, we're taking a look in some classical technical analysis, and after that I'm going to show you a couple different Elliott Wave counts. If you don't know what Elliott Wave theory is, there is a link on screen right now and another one in the description of the video if you would like to learn the basics. Without further ado, let's jump into the classical technical analysis. So this coin seems to be only on KuCoin exchange. So that's where we're looking at. The first available data is around the February of 2021, and this is what it looks like. This is obviously where Bitcoin had a dump to 30k area last summer, and basically it looks like a smaller version of this Bitcoin action. So let's get right into it. There's some horizontal levels here, some major ones that are currently inside is this really high time frame point of control, which is the point of control of this whole range. Let's check it out. So here, the point of control of this whole range, the whole history of this coin basically, or token, point of control right here with a daily level right below it, and with a golden pocket of this move from here to up here, from the 13th of March to the 5th of April, and this area is going to be a huge resistance going down. $4.11 is the major resistance, support below us. Currently we are sitting at around this resistance or support resistance area, currently acting as resistance, with a weekly level being rejecting off multiple times. If we are going to head higher, I wouldn't expect this weekly to hold. As we see, we are currently on daily, and we see loads of wicks above it, but not closing above this weekly at all on the daily either. Above that, we got the 38.2 retracement from the highs here of early November to the lows of March 13th at $6.93. That is going to be acting as resistance. We almost hit that here on 5th of April, but didn't really test it properly. So those are the levels that I'm looking for really short term. Higher time frame, there's this range value area high up around $10, and weekly and daily just above it with a golden pocket right around $11.60. So that's all I want to share for this time on these classical ones. So let's take a look at Elliott Wave. Now, before I chart anything, I'm always taking a look at the corrections present. So here is one, 90%, second, 93%, and third, 89.3%. Now we could pull one more here and see that it is again 90.1%. Now, this doesn't really offer us much Elliott Wave wise, and we can even see this on just a arithmetic chart. It's been pump, dump twice, and just by looking at these corrections, it doesn't really show us much here. Let's get back to logarithmic chart. However, this is the most I guess logical thing I would place this as. We don't know where this began. We don't have price dates back here, so basically we could ignore this whole thing. I just wanted to place the 3 and 4 here because I see the 1.618 inverse retracement from the high of 3rd to the low of 4th, is around this fifth, matching it quite well. So in any case, even without looking at this wave structure here, we could be saying that either it is a 1 of something starting from here, or a fifth of something ending here, something like this larger wave structure that we don't see. I would almost prefer it to be this way without this larger time frame count, but I just wanted to show you that there is some confidence on it. This guy can go back to the correction folder. There we go. Now the next thing is we saw this correction all the way up to July, until the $2.51 area. We had an Fibonacci extension from the highs here to A to B, and it gives us 0.76 to the real close to it, and that is completely fine. It doesn't always need to go to one-to-one extension, although the 61.8 level would be the smallest, I guess, to be expected. Then we got this intermediary B. I've labeled it again ABC as a zigzag, and as a zigzag it comes right into the one-to-one area, hits it perfectly, and we are now at the B pocket, which is the 90% retracement from this move here for this A wave of intermediary. So that is why I would think that this is B wave. We can see 3 waves here, 3 waves here, and we would definitely be expecting 5 waves down here, as this is hitting the B or flat pocket perfectly. Now we have a couple of different scenarios going down here. I've added this larger time frame count here as a 1, 2. This could either start from somewhere we don't see or from here, depending on just the degree of waves. I just had this labeled as such for now. In any case, we have and can see some kind of channel that we've been running through, and this sideways action is still so present. But let's take a look how we got down here. This looks to me some kind of impulsive structure, and there's a couple of different ways we can see this. Let's take a look at this first move here. Let's go to 4 hour for now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into 1, 3 waves up, 3 waves down into this expanded B pocket or a flat pocket, but it doesn't come up to the 1.618, in which case it would be more likely to have this as a 3 wave or something, or at least not this expanded flat or a running flat as in this case here. So a running flat is because it doesn't come up to all the way up to here. Anything above that we would call it expanded flat. Now the extension here for the last leg of B, actually let's take a look a bit closer and show the time frame. If you can see some structure here, can we call this maybe this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with actually a truncated fifth. 1 and 4 is not and are not that is weird. We could just ignore it and say that the 2 ended here and say that this is WXY, and we can go forward. Let's go with that, so we don't waste time. But it could end here with A, B, C as well. We could find probably 5 waves into this mess here with these larger wicks due to low volatility or high volatility and low liquidation or liquid, you know, the market cap, low market cap, I guess, low amount of money in this market. But yeah, that's why I placed the 2 here. It is one of the targets hitting it, whether it's a WXY or a running flat. In any case, I placed 1, 2 here on a minute scale. We get some kind of combination waves up to the wave 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5th on the 3rd, then 4th. 4 is not overlapping with 1, it is really close though, so yep. Then 3rd again. I believe we had divergence between these on, let's see, is it this one? No, that was a different one. Just a slight, I guess, slight divergence here between the 3rd and 5th. And let's see, can we even get divergence back here? Yeah, we do, okay. Divergence between the 3rd and 5th, and divergence between the 3rd and 5th here on a lower degree. Let's see some targets here. So 2.618 and 2.236 is the extension from here. Extended 3 obviously, and a really small 5th. This, for the whole move of this ABC correction, if it is ended, we came right onto the level of 0.854 around the $3 area. And after that, we've seen some kind of move upwards, and we're going to analyze that in just a bit. Before that, let's take a look at volume. So volume says that after this peak here, we've been just climbing down, averaging downwards in the volume all the way up to this low here around the 15th of March. And after that, we have seen some kind of spike in the volume. However, it has been looking like it is coming down now, most likely indicating some kind of pullback before we might head higher. Let's go to 4 hours. I marked that as well. So we have a divergence all the way from here. This one, all these lows here basically are offering divergence on a larger scale if we're just ignoring the count, and we just see higher lows on RSI and lower lows on price. So that should be helping pump price up here as it did. Now, we have got ourselves into the low here at the 15th or 14th March. After that, we have a couple of different ways to get up, but before that, I'm going to show you something else. Let's go back to 4 hours. So we're still thinking about this same idea, that this is B, but instead of this being a C done, we would be still making the C further down. Now I call this max pain as instead of making this 2 here, we're placing the 2 right here and creating another wave structure here, allowing us more further down action. So again, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, creating massive nested area here, going to put real price pressure downwards, as it really did show us to do. And yeah, this is the max pain scenario, I guess, where we've just only completed 1/3 of minute down here, creating the 1/4 of minute here. If we could manage to get some kind of wave structure here, that would support it. Now, trying to create a count that would be bearish on this is kind of hard. We could say that this is some kind of A and possible B, but just by looking at this scenario here, the extensions are so massive, 3.32 already, and we don't even want to look at arithmetic. The only thing that I don't like about the bullish counts is that we didn't take out this high, that's this previous high that was placed here before this large dump. I would have liked to see this taken out and then dumping for the wave 2 and then up. On this scenario, however, we would be seeing some kind of WXY combination or WXYXZ. I haven't labeled it as I'm not even sure if it is complete, and this just looks really weird, this price action. We could be saying that this is some kind of A, B, and then 3-way C, some kind of a pullback here, 3-way pullback possibly, and then again A, B, C for another 5-way move, and that way we could, I guess, call it done, wave 4 here. So let's place this down here, ABC, ABC and ABC. That's minuets. But yeah, kinda stretching, I guess, the possibilities. But again, I would still think this could be possible if we still broke these lows here. Before that point, I still don't think this is anything to worry about. Now, to contrary that, we're saying again that wave C ended here. We could be looking at something really massive move. Now, I wouldn't think this is possible either, but just to counter that Max Payne scenario, let's get a moonbow count out there and say that this is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1, 2s in a nested pattern. That does sound too good to be true, right? Most likely it is. And however this would unravel, we would be seeing such big numbers that it doesn't even make sense. So, but yeah, this hasn't invalidated. The first invalidation points here around $4.90. Yeah, but yeah, this is possible still. Now let's get back on Earth and take a look at what would seem to be more realistic, I guess. We have some kind of divergence here, a high here, with the, I'm not sure if you can see this, zoom in a bit. So third is here, and the fifth would be here. We got divergence between these two peaks, and the minute wave from this high here into this high. We see that this high is higher on RSI, giving us divergence. So there's double divergence here, which is, actually let's just check out this one, last one as well. Yeah, we got divergence there as well, which is giving us the double divergence that we're looking for on higher time frame and the smaller time frame as well. On extensions levels, from the low here to the high of $3.76 down to the $3.15, we can use the Fibonacci extension and look for the 1.618, which we find around the $4.53 area, and this probably qualifies this as well for the wave 3 of minute. Let's check out the retracement for the wave 4, if that is giving us proper values. Wave 4, it doesn't come up to the 0.5, which is good. We go well past the 0.382 though, so it overshoots the target a bit, but that is fine. It doesn't come up to the area of wave 1, so it is still valid. Then we get a 5-wave impulse down here. This is expanded flat down to 2. Another this is a running flat though, so this is something that I just don't like about this count, just because we have no real alteration between these two. Actually this looks like more than WXY, so I guess it could be a combination of zigzags instead of this flat, or yeah, running flat. So I guess that would cover it. Now the third shouldn't be smallest, let me just double check it. That it is not. It actually is the smallest. Might have an issue here. I guess we could try to fix it by putting the wave 3 here. That's a quick fix. This still looks like 5 waves to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't see that coming, but I guess we would need to find some kind of 1, 2 here for this super large wave 4 on this. Okay, but I guess this could still be valid. If you find 5 waves into this last one, it still looks like 3 waves here as well. I need to check this at some point again, how it develops, but in any case we see the divergences here, and I'm labeling this as 1. This sideways structure tells something else though, that it might be a wave 4 of some kind, as this sideways action usually happens on wave 4s. Let's have a look at how much this retraced. So it has been bouncing on this 382 level a couple of different times, so if it doesn't start coming down soon and goes beyond the 5.2322 area, I would consider this as a wave 4 or something, and possibly would need to rethink this count here and say that wave 4 or wave 1 is not in. But we'll look into that in a bit at some point when we're updating. Again, yeah, the divergences are here, and that's my analysis on TRIAS. I think those are the basic things that I would be looking for. So if the price is starting heading down, we would be looking for this setup here, where we have the high time frame point of control daily and the 618 or golden pocket right here, expecting some kind of bounce. Even if our count is wrong, this is a strong level of support down here. Elliott Wave wise, we could be waiting for another bounce up and down if we want to create that Elliott Wave basic strategy that I have in my channel explained. But yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say about TRIAS. If you have another coin you would like me to analyze, let me know down in the comment section below. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one. Bye bye.